This is a car programme. No one will sing, and at the end of the series, no one will have a recording contract. And this is our purpose-built test track. There are no traffic jams here, well, apart from this one, and no bus lanes either. This is Top Gear. And now the coal is back in Newcastle. The Berlingo is back where it came from. Let's shop. I want that one, that case there. It's all terribly exciting, all this cheap booze. But you have to be careful, because if customs suspect you're bringing stuff back that's not for your own personal consumption, they'll confiscate it and your car. And they're currently confiscating 30 cars a day. I don't think I'll be able to convince customs that's for my personal consumption. No. Other people were going berserk, perhaps because they didn't like their cars very much. Perhaps they wanted to have them squashed. Trouble is, I really am very fond of this car, and I don't want customs to crush it, so there we are. Saved a few quid. Right, if I could just sum it up, it's like Gerard Depardieu. Slightly swollen middle, broken nose, but there are hidden talents. And the people who like it most of all are the family of Albanians that I inadvertently brought back into Britain in each of the wheel arches. They've written to me from their new house in Leatherhead, the Hollies, to say that it will always hold a special place in their heart. Great car.
So they built one of the most successful race cars ever. Great. But that gave them a problem, because try as they might, they struggled for years to build anything remotely as glamorous ever again. Until they came up with a really good idea. The best car to replace the Ford GT40 was the Ford GT40.
Car news. Fiat, first of all, they are in deep trouble. They're currently losing £2 million a day. Well, they've got a new model which they think is going to stem the flow. There it is.
Look at that, they're saved. Keyless entry, so you walk up to the car and
no, I've got some experience of that, and there is a slight problem with it, because you keep a little smart card in your wallet, OK? You get out the car, push a little button, door's locked. You walk away and you think, is that locked? So you walk back to check. Of course, it recognises the smart card, sees you coming, it's open. The only way you know whether it wasn't locked is someone nicks it.
Yeah, that's the only way you find out for definite.
Ferrari have completely dominated it. Now, we've got a photograph of what Michael Schumacher's going to do next year to try and keep it... there we go. That's what he's going to do next year, to try and level it out a bit. Problem is health and safety, OK? They've told us we mustn't start cars in the studio, all right? But I don't think they'll hear. Ready? Foot in the clutch, Jeremy, that'll help. I think we got away with it. I don't think they heard us. Right, that's the track. Now we needed someone who could tame it. So we got ourselves a professional racing driver. Now, we call this thing the STIG, OK? We don't know its name. We really don't know its name. No one knows its name, and we don't want to know, because it's a racing driver, and racing drivers have tiny little brains, and therefore worthless opinions, and they're very dull. Its job is simply to go out there and drive fast. So first of all, we put it in the Lamborghini.
There is a story going round that says if a car goes fast enough past a speed camera, when the second flash goes off, and it needs that to verify the speed, the car won't be there. It's going so fast, it will have left the shot entirely. So in the name of scientific endeavour, and under controlled circumstances, we had a go. And here's the results of the first flash. That won't do it. But we didn't give up. We had another go, and we'll do that later on.
You see, the thing is, every week we are going to run an item called a star in a reasonably priced car. We got the star, obviously. What we then needed was a reasonably priced car. Now, we talked to Hyundai. They said no. We talked to Nissan. They said no. We talked to Daewoo. They said no. Then we talked to Suzuki, and they said, sure, Eveliana. There it is. And what a beauty it is. The most beautiful car I've ever seen. And what we're in the world, absolutely.
We're going to have one last go.
So far, yes, I agree, we've failed, but we haven't disproven the theory, just that we need a quicker car. Something like this.
No flash. It never went off. It was going so fast, over 170 miles an hour, the camera never saw it.
And on that happy note, we have to start winding up the show. The vegetarian car is still going round outside. And, you know, you're always seeing people with motorbikes trying to see how many buses they can jump, yeah? Well, next week, we're going to see how many bikes we can jump with a bus. See you then. Good night.